Jumping back into business, Networking Squared. We are working with 11, and we're going to make 11 to be a great, great year and build it on into 12. We've got Tracy Congdon here in the office. We're talking about processing credit cards. Al, it's good to see you here, buddy. Happy New Year to you again.
Happy New Year as well. And wow, I'll tell you, there is a lot of information. If you have any concerns about credit card processing, this is the guy you need to speak to. I've never seen a person more prepared with the information. And we need about 3 hours, really, with this guy.
Yeah, this man is thorough, and this is the kind of guy that I want to do business with. So there is great stuff. Speaking, Tracy, talking about businesses, and how are you finding businesses?
Well, you know, I do the old-fashioned door-to-door and cold calling because that's part of any salesperson's trade and upbringing there. But my goal is to build a strong referral network so that cold calling will quickly become a thing of the past.
That has for us.
Yep, that's something where I stopped 2 years ago. Through networking, I stopped cold calling, and I have never looked back. So you're definitely on the right path there, bud.
Yeah, you're right path. It's good to be here with Networking Squared. The kind of businesses that you can help, or what are we looking at?
Well, you know, the best businesses that kind of help me build this referral network are, like I mentioned a little earlier, is CPAs and accountants are great referral partners, payroll companies, advertising reps, alarm system companies. But small local banks and credit unions that don't currently offer merchant services, we can set up a fantastic agreement, makes a tremendous amount of profit for them, works for they're able to set up their business owning customers with merchant services through us. It's a fantastic arrangement.
Well, how would we know? I mean, if it's something where I'm looking to help you, what are the questions that I can ask when I'm at my credit union, I'm at my bank, that would even know that they do or don't have that service?
Yeah, I was thinking about setting up a merchant account so I could accept credit cards. Is this something you guys do? And then they're going to tell you yes or no, or refer you to whoever they may have already set up a networking partnership with.
So the assumption that everybody has this is incorrect.
Yes, it is incorrect. And most of the times it's outsourced anyway, so your larger banks already have a partnership like this in place.
Wow. You know, on that same light, when we were talking about something earlier, when we talk about the processing and stuff, we had talked a little bit about PayPal. And I know that there's a lot of small business owners that use PayPal, and they think that that's the way to go. But that's not really the case, is it?
Now, you got to remember, PayPal, it is owned by eBay. So if you're making an occasional transaction through PayPal, that's fine. But they do process between, it's like 4 and 6% for their processing. So that alone is a pretty big negative in my book.
That's what they're charging us for.
Right.
Okay, and what kind of rates? I mean, can you talk rates on the air?
Yeah, you know, I can give you a broad spectrum. You know, if you swipe the card, your customers are face-to-face, it's about 1.5%. If you're keying it in and you're doing an internet, mail order, phone order, it's about 2.5%. But another quick thing about eBay and PayPal is that if you own a steady business and you're selling antiques or used auto parts or whatever, email goes to eBay into yourself. So eBay sees that you're selling to Joe regular auto parts. So they start sending them subtle email hints like, hey, we also have these. And I kind of think that's a little sneaky, and I don't agree with that. And
so they have a tendency to borrow customers.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
And they have a lot more power in bank than we do. Most individuals do so.
Is there a limit? I mean, how many transactions would you say would be a qualifier for somebody to need to get away from using a PayPal account?
If you're processing $3,000-$4,000 on a monthly basis, then you need to look into getting your own merchant services account through a merchant services provider or a processing bank.
And is there a number that's too small? Is there?
There really isn't. It's just we have to take a look. Is this going to be cost effective for you to accept credit cards?
Okay, and that's something you're going to tell. I mean, if somebody comes to you and you don't think it's going to be advantageous, you're going to let them know that.
Right. I'm saying, you know, there's Google Checkout, Amazon's putting their own payment processing into place. So there's now options on there, but they do process higher than having your own merchant account. So if you're doing 1 or 2 transactions a month, you're selling an item here or there on eBay or Craigslist, it's not a bad tool for the smaller person that's not really a merchant, but maybe the do-it-yourselfer at home that sells a couple items here and there.
Right. Awesome.
I want to what kind of businesses again? I'm looking at what kind of businesses you're looking for. So you know, when I think of businesses, or you know, I'm going to the store, I'm going to Kroger, I'm going to JCPenney. What are you looking for?
You know, businesses personally for me that work well are like full service restaurants, automotive repair, and doctors, dentists, and veterinarians that carry care credit to help finance, you know, whatever you might have going on there too. These are perfect fits because what they do is it's pretty easy for them to just go on ahead and run that regular credit card transaction through Care Credit. Care Credit's a fantastic process or product, but if you process your credit cards through them, again, you're back up to 4, 5, 6%, and I've even seen it higher as like 8%.
All right, so this referral partner thing that you're talking about here, you're talking about dentists, doctors. You would like to get a nice, warm introduction to those kind of people.
Correct.
So working with accountants that know them, you can get in there and save them money. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I've established some really strong referral partnerships. There's Joanna's Associates out of Brighton, Michigan, and I can't say enough nice things about Michelle and Lisa because they actually took the time to listen to me instead of just shooing me out the door. And so we established a trusted relationship, and we have a pretty good symbiotic relationship. We work back and forth, and I do speak to hundreds of businesses on a monthly basis. Not all of them have a professional accounting service. I drop off a business card, a flyer. They get business. They throw business back to me. And we've been doing that together for a while. So it is good to find a trusted referral partner like that for me. And they don't ever take any benefits that we offer, but I do offer at least $100 just for a referral that does business with me.
Oh, now you got my attention.
Yeah, I was looking through the notes and I saw that there were incentives. Can you talk a little bit more about that, the incentives for the potential referral partners?
Oh, absolutely. I have a formal referral partner agreement drawn up. It's actually been drawn up by lawyers. It's all legitimate, and I like to use it for businesses that send a lot of referrals my way because they'll get a solid percentage of all the sales made by that referral.
Oh,
this gets paid
percents.
directly to them. It's a direct deposit. It doesn't have to worry about coming to me to cut a check. This works great for banks, credit unions, like I mentioned, that don't already have merchant services, organizations like LBN, and just a strong referral partner that sends a lot of business my way.
Now, do these companies have to pay a card processing do they have to have card services with you?
No, not at all. They do not.
Okay, well, that's good. That's
All
good.
right. And I'm looking at this incentive thing. So people can get residual income, I guess that would be called, working with you. And are you currently hiring?
Oh, yeah, we are definitely hiring. And there's always a need for outside sales reps. In my particular office in Livonia, I'm looking for at least 3 more reps for 2011.
Al, is that like a positive thing?
I'm liking it.
Is that all right? So here we go. We're talking about business. We're talking about networking. Now we're talking about hiring. So if somebody were interested in this, or they're going, you know what, I know people, and I like getting out and talking to merchants. You're actually looking to hire somebody to do that.
Oh, we are. And we're offering a $3,000 signing bonus. We have medical benefits.
Al, sit down.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Medical. All right. What if they were interested in that, what's a good number for them to get a hold of you?
Once again, they can fax that resume right out to me at 313-450-1073 or send it out in an email. Some people already have it on the computer. They can just attach it and email it to me at nab9006@gmail.com.
Now, we all know people that are looking for work right now, and the political term is in transition.
In transition.
We have a lot of transitional people that we know. Who is it you're looking for? I mean, you can't be looking for everybody.
Right, it's got to be that the usual stuff you read in the ads, self-starter, they got to be motivated, because if they're motivated and they want to learn and they want to get out there, I can teach them a lot of very simple things to get to know people. I'm a referral selling person. That's how I prefer to do business, and that's how I teach people that want to come aboard. I read a great book by a woman named Joanne Black called No More Cold Calling, and it's some fantastic, simple, easy-to-use steps to help get you in the door. And this is the type of stuff I teach, and I'm not even worried about whether or not they know the processing rates and that kind of stuff. If they can get in the door and we can get to establish that rapport, that communication, it's usually a done deal.
All right. So is there anything else that you guys are doing besides credit card processing?
Oh, yeah. We offer check acceptance, fleet card acceptance, wireless payments, ATM services, and business cash advances. And some of these things are pretty confusing. It's a whole lot of gamuts. It's all stuff related to the merchant processing industry.
Okay, well, I know it's 11, and I really haven't got into the ATM things here, but you want to explain a little about that?
Sure. If you have a business and you want to have an ATM on site because maybe you have a very small ticket, you don't want to take credit cards for a $1 or $2 pop or a coffee, well, we can put an ATM into place. ATM still provides you with a steady revenue each time a withdrawal is made, and the customer has cash in hand to buy your products you sell. So we can put ATMs in your business as well.
So with having an ATM in the business, they're not paying you? Is there a fee that is being paid by that company to have it hosted there?
If you find an ATM that doesn't have a fee, please let me know.
No, I don't mean by me using it, but I'm saying if I'm a store owner and I want to have it.
We set up a program to where you're kind of leasing or renting that ATM for your business.
So that's a way to, what you're saying is if they have that ATM in there, that's actually going to help people to gain more business by having it there?
Oh, absolutely. Because now they don't have to walk down the street past several other businesses that might offer what you offer to get to that ATM.
Okay. One of the you mentioned earlier something about check acceptance. What is that?
Right. You know, it is the wireless and digital age, and a lot of customers have credit and debit cards. But as the Electronic Transactions Associations has shown many times over and over again, paper checks are still a primary method of payment. And we can easily set you up so you can accept a check just like a credit or a debit card that'll deposit the money right into your account. It'll work just like a credit card. This check acceptance solution eliminates the non-sufficient funds surprises, and it just quickly and conveniently converts a check into a secure electronic payment.
Oh, that's cool. Now, what about
guaranteed?
It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Now, the wireless side of this, if I've got my phone, is that wireless? I can use my telephone to swipe cards. Is that something you do?
Right at this stage in the game, I'm trying to avoid people from doing that with their phones, because if I don't sign something for you, I can say, hey, this guy sold me something. I don't recognize this charge. I didn't do this. They could come up with whatever reason that they want, and they do not have to pay for it. But we do offer a wireless. It looks exactly like a cell phone.
Okay.
It has a swiper right on the side, so you're not keying it in. It prints out a receipt, so you can get a signature. You've covered all your steps. You're guaranteed payment.
Now, I was looking at something in New York, and they were doing the restaurant at the table stuff. Al, have you seen any of that?
No.
Yeah, where you actually, you don't have to get up. Sometimes you have to give your credit card and the waiter walks off with your card and you're going, okay, well, are they writing that down? Well, now they can bring it right out to your table and you do your processing at the table. Now, is that something you get involved in?
Oh, yeah. We absolutely have the future of credit card processing is quickly moving toward the card owner never handing their credit card to another person. I mean, you wouldn't just hand over your wallet to anybody on the street. So,
well, Pam. But.
Yeah. So, it's as soon as an employee at a business touches a customer's credit card, that business has now accepted all responsibility for any mysterious charges that could appear on there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And the better part of that pay at the table is it eliminates that 7 to 12 waiting period. I mean, those 7 to 12 minutes are gone. You're paying right there at the table.
That is pretty cool. You know what? We're going to be on the other side of the break here. We're going to get to your contact information so our people get a hold of you. Jerry and Al, Networking Squared, New Year's Day. Welcome to 11.